Yo, 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 what's up, what's up? Everything, this is me again, Kachang. So, before someone asked me about the but I think someone already asked me, although I think I forgot. So, I'll give my opinion on this for the new tactic cards, okay? So, some already asked me which one should they select for the core cards. So for the core cards, this is the basic. This is for PB only. For zombies, it will increase your resistance whatsoever for 15 minutes when you activated it. So it will help you, especially your resistance jump, to push further on your Doom Elite rallies and your small zombie and in your small zombie. So for this one, uh this is my honest opinion, okay? So this is for a player like me who only have this power on my squads, okay? So if you're at the same point as me, so I do not suggest this for you. So this is actually okay, since this will uh increase your march speed, but only for 15 minutes, and it would be paired with this one, the one with the tire also. So if you cast this, for every 50% move speed bonus on your squad, the squad on the world map, you unit morale is increased by 5%. So if you gain, there's a stack of additional X by 15%. So I think it's max on 15%. So 150 marching speed bonus, you'll get 15% morale. Okay, so this is quite easy to use or to yeah, this is quite easy to use. But remember, if you move out your main squad, you will lose your base will be open for other players to attack. So I still do not recommend this if you don't have some some quite build on your second squad, or maybe you can leave your first squad in your base and then use your second squad to attack, which is still not ideal if you don't have really good investment on your second squad, since some players already leaving their main squad on their base, so you can't attack them using your second squad. Your second squad will only burn, okay? But this is still uh quite better, so it would depend on your gameplay. So the ones with the quick stride, and then for this one, this is no good for me. This is actually for reals. So after using the skill, gain blood recovery status for 10 minutes. So what is blood recovery? So it would reduce the uh, casualty rate on your squad after winning a PvP battle on the world map. Restore 36% of lightly wounded units from that battle. So remember, when you attack someone and then he has an a squad on his base for defense, and some of your troops would die or get wounded, so this card will reduce the lightly wounded units from that battle, and you can continue attack him, so you can continue attacking him without even going back to your base. And it would be a good pair with this one during PvP battles on the world map. After each victory, squad morale is increased by 4%. So if you win or burn him, manage to burn him, you'll gain 4% morale, but you will lose some troops lightly wounded or get your squad, your troops on that same squad get wounded or injured. And so that's why it's actually works really good with this one. So those two are the pair, and up to maximum 12%. So if you manage to burn him 3 times in a row without going back, you'll get 12% of morale boost. This effect is lost upon returning to the base. So this is why I'm actually saying it's for wheels. So they don't have to go back uh, to their base to reload troops for the next attack, because they are too strong. And like for example, a 70m squad attack my base, he will only lose a few troops, and then he will gain 4% morale, and then he will attack me again, and then 12% morale max. And if he used the blood recovery, or he is under the blood recovery, the maximum is increased to 20%. So that's 5 attack. If he's using the blood recovery, that's five successful attacks, then he will gain 20% morale boost. Then he can go to other bases again and attack. And together with the blood recovery, he don't have to go back and repeal, even though he's burning so many bases already. Okay, so he won't lose too much troops by using this pair. And for my own pick, I'll go for this one. So this is easy, and this for the low spender and free to play, in my opinion. After using this skill, the commander gains defensive regroup status for 10 minutes. Defensive regroup reduce severe wound rate by 5%. The squads providing defensive support will immediately return to base after being defeated. So let's say if I reinforced someone, and then uh, we got burned together, then my severely wounded unit would it would this card would decrease my the severely wounded unit by 5%, and my troops would be immediately uh, returned to my base, okay, after being defeated. So this is actually good for free to play who can't fight face to face with the strong ones or the wheels or whatever, or the ones who are only good at who can only play by reinforcing. And then it goes with this one also. It's nice to pair with this one, since it's also for garrison here. You'll see here. So for this one, during defensive support, defensive support battles, units morale is increased by 3% for each ally in the supported target with this skill. So if the supported target, or the let's say uh yeah, an ally base, if you reinforced it, or five of you reinforced it, and then three of you are have this card equipped, then you will gain 3% for each of the card user who is reinforcing that ally. And then the maximum is 9%. While under the defensive regroup status, squad morale is additionally increased by 9%. So that's another 9%. So let's say if you are reinforcing a city or a bank for season 5, and most of you have this garrison morale boost, then you will always have, as long as you are there, you'll always have this 3% or 9% or 18% morale boost, since most of you have it and you are enforcing the same building or uh, base. So for this one, this is actually for troop training. So it's like the capital map. It's like this: the Secretary of Defense, which increases your training speed by 24%. So it's actually a little bigger, better than the capital map, honestly. But it has a cooldown of 100, for 180 seconds only, so that's for 3 minutes only, and the capital map usually stays at you for about 5 minutes, and the cooldown is 1 day, so you can only use that once or twice a day, depending on how you will use it, or on what time you are going to use it. So this one is like an instant gather professional skill by engineers. So it's basically for resources only. uh they added the oil resources now. Before it wasn't there, from the previous seasons. So this is actually good. So this is also for good for depending or PBE. PBE depending hero attack. So that's actually good also, but it's not necessarily needed. You can have one, yes, during the off battle days. You can have one, but for me, you definitely wanted to have this one. This is for the actual battle days. And again, this is for I don't know. It depends on your gameplay if you can maximize the use of this card. And this is for these two is for wheels, the battle streak, and this is for low spender or wheel or free to play, the garrison card. And then for these two, this is actually the new ones. This two is good for hitting cities. Okay, if the city doesn't have an owner yet, like for this one, they're actually going after these cities. Are going to fight against 156 for this one. Let's say this one doesn't have an owner yet, and we compete with NTM for this one. As you all know, based from the previous season, city battles that doesn't have an owner, and, the score is based on how much damage your team will inflict on the city. So it doesn't matter, like if you have 100 HQ30 who attack the city, and we have just like 50 HQ35, and the power gap on each base is really huge, we will definitely win, since we will inflict the 50 HQ35 will inflict more damage to the city rather than the 100 HQ30 that will attack the city. Okay, so for this card, this will increase the let's read it. For using After using this skill, you gain the demolition expert status for 10 minutes. Demolition expert increase durability damage by 10%, increasing march speed toward the city and ruins. So as you can see, it would increase the damage towards the city. And about the ruins is look at the photo on the card. So the ruins is uh the remains of your base after you get burned and uh flew away after getting burned. So that's the remains. So that's the debris. So if you attack it to reserve that spot for your team, which actually uh Siege Mastery. Yes, this one. It's actually good for this one. So you need to have one of these, or maybe level 5 would be a lot better. So it would remove the ruin on the spot, and then you will have a spot for your allies to teleport on the spot. So it's like remove the ruin, and will have the reservation rights for that, or my alliance would have the reservations spot to teleport on that uh on that spot, or on that ruin. Okay, so it's a good pair for this one also, since it's the distraction card also. After destroying ruins, unit morale increased by 15% for 3 minutes, while under demolition expert status, squad morale is additionally increased by 15. Okay, so this is actually good for city attacks only. If the city doesn't have like an owner first, or it's just it just opened recently, so this is actually good for that. But other than that, I still go for the battle the battle cards actually, which this six. So it depends on you which one would you pick. But for me, I do suggest this if you are a low spender, or free to play. But if you are like the strongest, or top two, top three strongest on your alliance, I'd go for this one. And if you're battling with someone at the same power, I do suggest, if you're the strongest, I do suggest you get this one, and then that's it. So that's it for the core cards. I'll make another video for battle cards and resources cards, and give you my opinion on it. Okay, so that's it for now. Bye bye.